Good morning and welcome to our worship on Wednesdays. One of the tools that some of us use from time to time is UCB's Word for Today. And today's little thought goes like this. It's called How to Stay on Course. And the verse is from Psalm 119, verse 11. It says this: "I've hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you." And the story is told of Senator Bill Nelson, who trained for and flew on a 6-day shuttle mission aboard the Columbia space shuttle just prior to the Challenger disaster. And in his book Mission, he explains how difficult it is to maintain a proper orbit in space. There's no resistance in space, so an astronaut can literally turn that huge orbiter all by himself. To maintain a proper orbit, the onboard computers on the space shuttle constantly make course and altitude adjustments by firing small rockets, which make minute adjustments, while the larger jets burn fuel to make the major adjustments. So these little rockets are critical, because if they don't fire consistently and at the right time, then that space vehicle can veer from orbit and go tumbling into outer space or crash into the Earth's atmosphere. Now, there's an important lesson for us there, isn't there? Left to ourselves, we tend to veer out of our spiritual orbit into lukewarmness and indifference. We drift. Or worse, we end up in sin and rebellion. That's when those little rockets of prayer and Bible study fired on a continuous and a consistent basis help us to keep our course correct and prevent our lives from spinning out of spiritual control. Bible study and prayer go together. You should pray, and we should pray before we read the Bible to ask God to help us understand it. And we should pray after we read it to ask God to help us apply what He has told us into our lives. Like a faraway lover, God's love letter to you is the Bible, and prayer is the telephone you pick up as you talk back to Him and as you listen to Him. That's why it's critical for you and I to maintain those daily times of prayer and Bible study. The song that we're going to listen to reminds us that His word is a word. His word is a light to our path, a lamp to our path and to our way. May God encourage you today, so that as we hide God's word in our hearts, we might not sin against Him. Every blessing.